Take a deep breath in, and as always, let us get grounded. Wonderfully grounded, as stable as possible. And when you're getting grounded, remember we're also getting centered, ensuring that the weight of your physical body as it is seated in the chair or lying on a bed is equally divided left and right. And that the distribution of your weight is supported and is supporting your posture. So spine straight, shoulders back, able to breathe easily and freely. And there in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you are standing outside on a beautiful spring day. Make it as beautiful as clear skies and blueness with lovely clouds. Get as fanciful as you like. A beautiful spring day in wonderful temperate Durban. See those clouds just racing across the sky with the gentle breeze. Feel the warmth of the sun. And in Durban, there's always that sense of being hugged, held close by the air itself. So before the terrible humidity of summer, in spring in Durban, the air itself feels like it's closing around you and holding you close. And the air has that wonderful green smell to it. Fresh green smell after the rains. And suddenly we have more bees and more butterflies. Everything seems a little greener after a dry winter. And have you ever noticed that if you look up at the sun and admire it, it suddenly seems to shine even brighter? It seems to acknowledge your attention and shine hotter at you. So see yourself out of doors in a beautiful, airy, light space, receiving vitamin D from the sun and feeling a flow of your own energy in harmony with that of nature. And while you're standing there, grounded and feeling this energy flowing around you, I want you to look up and see a whole range of helium balloons in a variety of colors floating just above your head. See all of their ribbons dangling down at you. Make sure you see lots and lots of them. Some of them are red, and some of them are blue, and some of them are orange. You may see a few white ones or a few black ones, maybe some gold or some silver, some pale green ones and some dark green ones, some beautiful bright pink balloons, some navy blue, some in metallic shades and some in pastel shades. A whole variety of balloons floating just above your head with ribbons dangling down. The only reason they are not soaring up into the sky out of reach is because they are connected to you. even as you are grounded and in a physical form, these balloons represent all the unfinished, known and unknown experiences, events, and doings of your life. The variety of colors indicates their connectedness to you as a rainbow of energy. All of the chakras, all of the frequencies and transmissions of your energy represented in those balloons, hovering just out of reach, awaiting your acknowledgement to be taken in your grasp, to be regained, and for the energy to be reconnected and reaffirmed as self. So take a look at this array of balloons. You might find that some of them regard actual doing. For students, it may refer to unfinished homework. All of the unfinished homework over all of the years, from the time we were in primary school, straight through to higher education. All of the excuses we ever made for not doing homework, for not finishing tasks, for not completing commitments to self, are represented as balloons. Don't try to reason it out. The reason for not doing is a whole other meditation. This meditation is about taking back your energy, even taking back your power from all of the unfinished business. So there in your mind's eye, any of those tasks of self-study, any of those tasks where you've decided to take a course and never finished it, learn a language and left it incomplete, started a project and it is lying somewhere unfinished, decided to learn to cook and never got around to it, hoarded the recipes in order to make that and make that and make that and never did it. All of these spaces in which your intentions, your energy is lying in waste. Reach up and there in your mind's eye, collect those balloons. You may feel, sense, and even see in your mind's eye that as I've been calling things, those balloons come a little closer. Those balloons become more accessible in acknowledgement. Grab them. They're not going to fight you. They are perfectly happy to be back in your grasp. So grab them all, and there in your mind, connect them all together by making one big fat knot of all of the ribbons. See all of the balloons in a bunch. Knot all of those ribbons together into one big fat knot. and just hold the whole bunch for a moment and look at those balloons and thank them. Thank them for holding your energy at bay. Thank them for being a reminder that you don't always keep your word to yourself, that you are sublimely, divinely human at the best of times. And thank them for the reminder to set intentions intentionally, to be clearer about intentions in the understanding that they require work. Thank them for representing an opportunity to forgive yourself. Hold those balloons. Remember all of the excuses you've ever made. All of the times you felt yourself let yourself down. And take a moment to forgive yourself. Just breathe gently and forgive yourself. It's okay. The world has not run amok. Random chaos is still random chaos. The universe is still unfolding exactly as it should. In the grand context of all life, this is an insignificant tangent. Forgive yourself. And on a deep breath in, let those balloons go. And even as you release them, see them popping, just popping, releasing all of the energy they have been holding on to for all of these years. But before you become too complacent, let us see all of the other balloons. I like to call these people balloons. All of those people who have a hold on my energy, who have a call on my energy, who take time and energy and effort without even asking for it. The people who live inside of me. The people who people me. These balloons are people balloons. The people I love, the people who irritate me, the people I hate, the people who sit in my past and clutter up my pathway. All of those people. And then there's always that other set of balloons, which are all of those people I don't know, who still manage to take a great deal of time and energy and effort. People who are incompetent, and people who are ignorant, and people who are far away, and people who are too close. People who people other people's lives. People who worry too much, and people who distress easily. People who go into drama and people who disappear. Just people. Hell is other people. And all of those people have a line into you, a connection, a cord. So let's pull all of those balloons down. The people who've hurt you and the people who've brought you joy are also there. Grab them. all of the people you forgot to send thank you notes to, and all of the people you forgot to write Dear John letters to. Grab them too. The people you think about occasionally but never call. Grab them. The people you want to talk to but are afraid to call. Grab them. Anything that has called upon your energy and has created a leak that is unfinished inside of you. Grab the balloon and the person associated with it. This should be a much bigger bunch. All of those arguments that we've had long after the argument ended. All of the funny one-liners we've thought of 24 hours later. All of the judgments and solutions we have applied to other people's lives. This bunch of balloons is a whole lot bigger. In fact, it's so big, you may discover that you need both hands to hold it, and it might feel like it could lift you up quite easily. Grab as many as you can. And because we are working in the space of our angels and guides and masters, we can also grab those balloons that represent crossed over beings. All of the unsaid, unfinished business with humans who have died and whose souls are on the other side. Let us grab those balloons too. And make sure they are all firmly in your grasp. Feel all of those ribbons in your hands. Hold on tight. This is a large bunch of ribbons and balloons. And before they make away with you and send you floating up into the sky, ground it. Hold on tight and ground it. Feel the energy of yourself hanging on to these balloons. And feel your connectedness with every one of those balloons. Feel how the energy that is alive inside of you and in storage inside of you responds to having all of its external self available. Hold on to those ribbons. Hold on tight. And we set a clear intention for the energy stored in every one of those balloons to be returned through the ribbon, through the palms of your hands, and back into your energy field. All the way through the chakras in the palms of your hands, back into your energy field, back into your cellular memory. All of the energy that has been fragmented and out there somewhere, coming all the way back to you. And keep an eye on the ribbons. Make sure you're holding on tight. And if you see or feel or sense any of the ribbons falling over, make a note that that balloon is now deflated, that the energy it contained has been returned completely. That the balloon itself holds nothing. and therefore cannot stand alone outside of you. Grow confident. Take back more of your energy. And by the time you're done, you may notice that there are only a few balloons that remain upright. That not all of the balloons deflate. That some of them remain full, standing there regardless of how much energy they give you. Make a note of them. Who do they represent? What do they feel like? If this balloon is standing there, full of its own energy, having given you all of yours back, then the connection is open, flowing. And we give thanks for it. We let it be. So whichever balloons you still have held tightly in your grasp, say thank you. And release them into the freedom of the sky with a blessing. Letting all of the deflated balloons simply fall away and transmute into light. And now let's just see if there are any other balloons left. Are there any balloons that fall into neither category? That there are neither ways in which you have let yourself down, nor are they associated with people. Check if there are any balloons associated with a specific challenge, a specific issue, a specific feeling or purpose in your life, a repetitive pattern of behavior, an unfinished sense of yourself, a yearning of the soul. Are there any balloons left for you to take in your grasp and reclaim as your own? And if there are, bring them together. It doesn't matter how many or how few there are. Bring them together. Connect all of the strings. And there in your mind's eye, attach those strings to your wrist. And inform those issues, inform those topics, those concerns, that they are no longer floating around out there somewhere, They are now firmly in your grasp. That the energy you have already invested in it is yours to use, yours to expand upon, yours to reinvest, yours to manage. That the balloons on your wrist are your mindfulness. And that because they persisted, you will be mindful. Mindful of who you are in managing this. Mindful in terms of how much energy you invest. Mindful of completing and finishing moment by moment so that the continuity, the unfolding is maintained. And just breathe for a moment and rest and take a look at the sky. Are there any balloons just soaring off into the heavens? Are there any balloons that have been released just by getting present and working with them? Are there any balloons that have acknowledged that they are not yours and taken themselves off to greater and grander climes elsewhere? Are there any balloons that have released you without you having to release them? And is the sky a beautiful, happy sight of balloons soaring off like birds in clear springtime, breezy, fresh air and light? Just sitting quietly, rest, enjoy the moment. Let your energy body release anything that's been connected to any of the balloons. Let your energy bodies fill up any gaps and holes with the incoming energy, with the reclaimed energy. And set a clear intention for all of the energy bodies and all of the chakras to become alive. For all the incoming energy and surrendered energy to be stabilized. Thank your guides and your angels for their support and help. And then very gently get centered, get grounded, get stabilized with the awareness that you have a bunch of energetic balloons tied to your wrist. And then bring yourself back to this moment, here and now.